Alright then. So, as I mentioned in my tweet, I'm going to be drawing the Riyo art style. Hello, Aaron. As you can see, I have updated that. There is a random greeting every time you say hello. Alright, so, what was I going to do? Right. I actually need to get a reference image. Yeah, go ahead, try out new things. They're there to be tried. What is his name again? I always forget. It's Riyo, that's it. There's a very particular art style. I want to be able to get the proportions and style correct. So I will grab an image that has multiple different references. Here we are. Alright. Now then, I'll just drag on some references. Unfortunately today, I didn't actually have anyone supply PNGs, so I'm just going to do what I always do and default to drawing Hololive characters. I'm doing fine. I was considering trying to do a high energy stream for April Fools, but I physically don't think I'd be capable of that. Also very unfortunate that I'm missing the finale to Alistair's Code Vein playthrough, because I feel like he's probably at the point where he's going to be able to finish it today. That's unfortunate. Alright. Yes, I'm just going to draw Hololive girls, because that's what I know. And don't mind when they do fan art of them. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, is that not on the correct layer? Should be. Ah, because I did not press the correct button. Alright, here we are. So, I think Riyo's style actually works fairly well with how I draw. Yes, it is still April 1st for me, and will be for a little while. I don't actually know if I'll make good on my promise to go for, the entire duration. Mainly because I was expecting a couple entrants at the very least, but it's fine. So then, see, head shape is almost always the same. Let's start with that.
Every day is a new chance to draw the worst thing I've ever drawn.
That's, very apropos for an art stream. I did do that on purpose. Alright, which type of eye would Ina have? I'm thinking it might be similar to Benny Enma's. No, I put it there for a reason. And that reason is for these art streams. Alright then. You know what would actually be a good reference for this? Would be a Shuten Doji one. I mean, what else would I do for April Fool's Day? I didn't actually think far ahead enough to prepare anything proper, so I'm just drawing. It's different than what I normally draw, so there's that. It's just art today. Nice and relaxing. Right. Let's see. I'll just draw the diamonds in then. That one's a pseudo jump scare. It will at the very least trigger PTSD flashbacks of a dive bombing dragon insect. I think those are the only new point redeems that I added. Yeah, as well. As I said, this style is actually fairly compatible with how I draw. Which is very non-detailedly. Let's see. If only I could muster the same energy as Goro. I don't know, Goro. This is, feels like I may have drawn the bangs too narrow, honestly. I also wasn't planning on spending too long on each drawing either. That's, oh, that's my cat. It seems as if there is a, I don't know if that's audible, but my cat is very territorial. Right now he is looking out the window that is near me and making very aggressive yowling noises. Oh, Ray! I didn't notice that it was someone else that redeemed something. Good to see you. I wish names were displayed a bit more prominently on redeems. That would be nice. I'm drawing on weird layers again. That's fine. Who needs consistency anyways? Alright. It is getting a bit annoying. What layer am I drawing on? Is any of this on a good layer? Feels like I'm going insane. Unfortunately, her hair blocks out a large portion of the face shape that is iconic for Riyo. Okay, that was a bit too much. There we go. I suppose it is actually fairly similar to how Altera's veil looks. Ina's hair, that is. Alright, I should actually probably think of what pose her body should be in. Perhaps I just do the wide stance. That seems like a fun little gag, I suppose. Alright, I'm actually just going to get all of this onto its own layer. Cut that. Cut that. Now I can just combine those two onto the... Oh no. Undo, please. Combine those two. And now this one can become the art itself. Perfect. I wish I would stop making that mistake. Alright, here we are. Now then, the body comes directly out of the head. None of them ever have necks. So then, I'm actually going to attempt a little bit of a slightly more difficult pose, I guess. And have her, holding a crowbar. Because in the new Wolfie skin, she's holding a crowbar. Hello, Koji. Welcome. Good to have you. I don't know how, familiar you are. Ah, take a bit of a drink then, I will. Don't know how familiar you are with the Fate franchise, but... Alright, that was actually the last of my water, so I'll have to go refill at some point. It has been a little while. I'm doing alright. Doing quite alright. Yes, don't know how familiar you are with the Fate series, but I am currently drawing VTubers in the style of Riyo, who is this artist who does, what is it, April Fool's character designs for all of the Fate Grand Order characters. And they're all canon. They're all official artwork. And it's just very simple style. I don't have to draw hands. I don't have to draw feet. I just need to get the general shape down correctly. Been meaning to talk more? I suppose you mean talk with me. Yes, we haven't talked in a little while. I feel as if I also have been having a bit of difficulty making it to your streams. Alright, hopefully I can just draw a crowbar off of memory. How should I do the perspective on this? There we go. That's a crowbar. Right, and it should be coming out the other end of the hand because that's how Riyo characters hold things. I think I might actually have to rotate it a little bit. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Just take a chunk out of the hand. It's fine. I can erase that later. Alright. Off streams, yes. Well, both. Both is also valid. What does the back end of a crowbar look like? Is it the same thing? I don't actually remember. I haven't seen a crowbar in a while. I think it's the same sort of shape, just reversed. I'll just curve it like that. That's fine. Oh, hello, G-Sock. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, nobody actually offered their PNGs. I suppose I didn't specifically say it was a PNG drop, but I sort of implied it, I suppose. Alright, and now I need to wide stance. Yeah. Alright, the legs are actually really short. Alright, that sort of looks like she's taking a step forwards, which I suppose is fine. There we go. Now I can just start blocking off clothing lines. Gloves. Because clothing is very simple in Wolfie. Or not Wolfie. Wolfie's the one that actually does art for them. This is... I'll remember on my own. Riyo, that's it. Should probably size down my eraser a little bit, but I'm not annihilating large swaths of the artwork. I'm also drawing on a much larger canvas than I have been previously. So hopefully I can do a little bit better with it. Instead of my normal... What was it that I was doing before? It was a lot smaller than what it is now, that's for certain. I think it was around half the size of what I'm doing now. You know, pretty, big upgrade, I suppose. If upgrade is the, phrase you want to use. Alright. Yeah, yes, and there's one last diamond here. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should just do, all of the Hollow EN members at this rate. I definitely could. Right. Probably shouldn't be taking this time to clean up lines. I'm still drawing. I have no idea. I just took this, I took Clip Studio Paint out of the box and I just started drawing. So if it's not something that's enabled by default, then, it's not enabled, that's for sure. Bring this up. Actually, I have room in between these two. Now that I have the final outline for everything. There's a chance. Ah. Was it? In the settings? Somewhere in here, I'm assuming. Brush tip, perhaps? No. Texture? Stroke? And I'm assuming I'm looking in the right place right now. Left side menu right above the brush size. Yeah. The little wrench, that's what it's called. It says stabilization. It's skipping a lot. Really? Well, device. Oh, you know what? When I used OBS, it would tell me how many dropped frames I have, but now I'm using slobs, it doesn't. I should probably go back to vanilla OBS. The only reason I switched over to slobs is because I needed to for something. I don't really need it anymore. Alright, what was I doing? Right. Left side menu, right above the brush size, says stabilization. It probably says stabilization somewhere in here. I'm just having a lot of difficulty seeing it. Adjust by speed? Is that it? Ooh.
I am the bone of my soul.
I'm so close. I'm so sorry. One up. Brush shape. Are you sure? I think brush tip was the one that I wanted. I don't know. Oh, stabilization. There it is. I found it. You said you have yours on 20. Alright, what does this do for lines? And that's a line, I guess. And it probably helped. Alright. Okay, even more. To go further beyond. Right, yeah, those are a bit smoother, I suppose. Alright, well. I'm already most of the way through this one. Alright, yeah. You get some rest, Aaron. I am streaming fairly late today. Oh, hello, Ray. Tiny bar. Oh. I'm getting so many technical help, or so much technical advice. Ah, there it is. Performance window. Yeah, I only have 72 total dropped frames, so I don't think that's any cause for concern. Alright. I've actually just had a thought. I should be nearing my 6-month streaming anniversary sometime soon. And by just had this thought, I mean I've been thinking about that for a fairly large portion of the day. But I haven't actually gone to check when my anniversary is. I remember I started... what? November 28th, I believe, was my first stream. So... yeah, sometime around the end of this month. Should be my 6-month anniversary. That's somewhat exciting, I suppose. I don't actually have any ideas for what I'll do, but it's definitely happening at some point. I don't know. I'm not really one for celebration, as could probably be gleaned by my, I don't know, lackadaisical response to April Fools. I don't know why I decided that I was going to draw all of this on a single layer. Probably not the smartest thing I've ever done. Yeah, it, very convenient. Oh, thank you for the bun, Mitz. Welcome. I believe this timing is actually a bit more convenient for Australia. Wow. How very apropos. Oh, by the way, since there's a few people here, why don't you all, or if you feel like it, try out the Hello Redeem? Because I revamped that one a little bit. It's only a single butler buck. Oh, they actually play over each other. Yes, it will randomly select a greeting that I have inputted and show the face of whoever it is that does that greeting. Probably the best idea I've ever had in regards to channel points. I do also have a couple of non-hololive greetings hidden in there. I believe I have a total of 10 unique greetings. So, Ooh. Fortunately, I'm a bit harder to scare while I'm drawing.
Wow.
Wow. Also, you may have noticed this, but because I am a big Ina fan, Wa is the only voice redeem that has no cooldown. So feel free to abuse that if you want.
Wow.
Alright. I think I may actually just be better at drawing chibis than anything else. Now that I have actually started doing this. Perhaps this is my calling. I don't necessarily know how exciting it is to see my artwork. It does exist, though, that's for sure. I believe this is the... What is this, the 4th time I've drawn Ina so far? But I think it's only the 2nd time I've had her in her standard outfit. Oh, Lucy. Sorry, your name was the same color as Mitts. I got a bit confused. They were right next to each other. Alright. That's... yeah. By the way, full disclosure, I do also have, Alistair's Code Vein stream open on my phone. That is propped up on the desk in front of me. So I can watch him finish it. Ah, there we are. Now you're very unique looking. I can't actually hear anything that's happening in it since I have it muted. I don't want the audio to bleed in. Yeah. Oh, I did see you in the chat earlier. That's why I brought it up. So we very unfortunately started at the same time. I was really enjoying watching his Code Vein streams, having finished the game just before he did. Or just before he started, I suppose. I hadn't actually talked much with Alistair before that point. But I am glad that I started catching his streams. Alright. I think I've actually done most of the... Yeah, there's no real difficult work to do with the Riyo style Ina. Just drawing these diamond patches that she has. Probably not going to get all of them either. 3 is fine. I'm never very active in Discord groups. I'm part of quite a lot of them, but I rarely ever talk in any of them. Alright. I suppose it's mainly because of my talk when necessary attitude. And if I ever have something to say that's not necessarily specific, I'll just say it in my Twitter. Oh, his Discord. I thought you were talking about your own Discord. I think it's, what is it? No, I never just jump into voice chats. Yes, I'm pretty sure my what is it? Non-conversational attitude is because I like to keep things very organized. Becoming a part of the Vtuber community has really done a number on things for me. There's so many people that I have to keep track of now. So many new people that I'm meeting. It's a lot of fun, but it's stressful on the brain, for sure. Alright. You know what? I'm going to make this even smaller. Some of these details are just too small. I wouldn't... Yeah, no, I'm definitely not opposed to talking with you, Mitz. Feel free to send me a message at any time. We do have fairly conflicting schedules, but I'm certain we could find a time where we're both active. Let's see, the thing is, I tend towards being a listener quite a lot of the time. However, when push comes to shove, I can be a very effective talker. Yes, when I'm forced to, I suppose, take charge of situations, I do that fairly well. But the problem is that I don't like taking the initiative to be in charge of anything. Yes. We've only talked the one time, Koji. I'd like to do so some more. What was I going to say as well? Right, Koji, we... during our conversation, we talked about, collaborating, and we've never actually moved on any further from that, so... If you have any specifics, feel free to message me with them. Yes, I will get back to most messages sent to me almost instantly. Very fortunately, the perk of being a small VTuber is that I don't have a very flooded inbox. I am able to manage messages quite well. How did that undo two separate things at once? What? That can't be true. I just got a, so I play a lot of gacha games. I don't know how many people in here will know that. But I recently picked up, Precone because, I say recently, but I've been playing it for a couple months now. But they did the, cross promotion with HoloLive English. And I just have a feeling that one of these days there could be a HoloLive cameo character in Precone. So I need to save up as much gacha currency as I possibly can. But other than that, Precone is not my favorite gacha game by far. But I just got a notification saying that my stamina was full. Despite the fact that I, ran through all of my stamina before starting this stream. So, that's a lie. Alright, well, I anticipate your messages, Koji. I suppose, the Riyo art style actually has eyes very similar to, Anya from HoloLive Indonesia. The very flat eyes. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it would probably be pretty fun to have a Riyo style model. I guess, what's his name? Kentama? Has a model that looks similar to Rio's art style. And it looks very nice. I only hesitate in saying his name because I know that, it's very similar to the Japanese slang for balls. And I don't remember if it's Kentama or Kintama, which is the rude one. But seeing how as I said them both, my point is moot now. Oh. I suppose because of the simplicity of Rio's art style, I don't actually have too much to do in these drawings except for touch-up details. I am quite liking drawing on this massive canvas. Makes lines a lot easier to shape and alter. Okay, hair should actually be going outwards. I suppose it's fine the way it is, though. No, never mind. Yeah. Make the hair wider. Because it splays quite a lot at the base. Right. Oh, also, last I checked, I had, finally made it back up to, 149 followers. I'm just one under the big 150. That's somewhat exciting, I suppose. Also wondering how I should, I'm doing my best. I'm not really networking much at all anymore at this point. Sort of just a bother to me at this point. I'm just drawing some hair gap lines. And I can do a bit of coloring. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it as one solid sheet of hair. Because it's convenient for me. I want to fix some line thickness so that everything's a bit more consistent. Right. Now it's time for some flat colors. Ooh. One last thing, though. Little flaps? I think that's what she calls them. Because they aren't ears. They're just flaps. No, by the way, if, I'm not going to draw on the halo because that's not part of the default outfit, but for anyone who is unaware, Ina's design is actually fairly interesting. Where was it? Because if you include the halo, and now I'll just highlight some important parts. This is intentional, by the way. Hello, Naruto. Welcome. Yes. This is actually an intentional design. Yes, it does. One of my, favorite aspects, I suppose. Possibly not favorite aspect, but I just think it's very neat. Yeah, like you can sort of see it. It's a lot easier to see when the halo is up, because that creates the head shape, but it's visible without it. I believe Ina's actually only ever pointed it out once before. She has a black pupil. Alright. And then what to do for Ina's eyes? Let's look at Riyo's style. I'm going with the long eyes. So those will typically just have a slash down the center to represent the pupil. There we go. And then light on the outside, and then dark on the interior and top. Oh. Let's work on that then. Ah, you know what? There we go. Layers are in the right order now. I think my long-term goal, not long-term goal, but one of my goals is to get a piece of artwork that I can actually get Ina to like. Because I have actually gotten a like from one of the Hololive members for one of the art pieces that I did. I got a like out of Kiara when I did a group shot, which was the very first piece of art that I worked on. I would like that quite a lot. I really like Ina's artwork. Very nice style. What I really actually want to see out of Ina is I would like her to see a collaboration with Marine. Because they are both exceptional artists. Alright, and now I can fill in the rest of the eye. Is that right? Probably blend it a bit more. Actually, you should come up the sides just a bit further. Ah. Oh, by the way, Naruto, since you, just got here, if you would like to, try the Hello Redeem. As I said previously, I have revamped it, and I am actually quite proud of how it's turned out. If you're still around, of course. Let's just go with thin lines. All right. Don't really have any more. Oh, how could I have forgotten the tips of her tentacle hair? Go.
If you hit a bird with a brick, it'll stop moving.
That's not hello, but I do very much appreciate it. What was I going to do? Color change, that's right. There we go. So, what I have it set up to do is that it will... Alright, I need to... Okay, I don't think color change is what I want. But it will, I have a couple of, HoloLive members' greetings set up to respond at random when someone says hello. I just think that's neat. I actually found the utility to do it on accident, because when I was trying to set up something, I accidentally copy-pasted the same message, and it turned back an error which said that if you don't differentiate them with a keyword, then it'll just play one at random. And I figured that having a randomly triggered redeem might actually be interesting. And that's what led me to where I ended up. Right. That's a decent blend, I suppose. Let's actually use this gouache to try and add a bit of shine to this. I think the gouache tool has to be one of the favorite things that I've discovered out of this.
Because God has cursed me for my hubris, and my work is never finished.
There's no way I'm finishing a lot of things. Oh, yes, and her center hair did just look kind of weird without any of the air brakes. I'm going to do that now. Just put a little bit in over the top. Name it. Which new redeem? Normally new redeems are put up to the top of the list. What was it? There were 3 new ones. Wa is one of them. The other ones are worst thing I've ever drawn. And what is the other one? Basil Juice Invades, or Basil Goose, or Basil Geese. You're on phone? Okay. That makes sense then. Yes, that's a sort of musical stinger-esque jump scare that if it doesn't scare me, well, just gives me flashbacks of a giant insect dragon dive bombing me. It's a lot harder to scare me when I'm working on art. A lot easier when I'm playing games, though. Ah, I just realized that, I don't have to draw her complicated choker because,
Oh, my lovely boy! Oh, no!
this style of, what is it? This style of drawing doesn't actually have, necks. So I am safe. Alright. Oh, yes, the, little purple.
Sir, showtime!
Oh, I am almost done with this, first one, so. Who knows, perhaps it is showtime. Alright, and I should also color in the wings. Just with the off-white color. And actually, there's a little bit of shaded portion, so I can just use that color myself. Oh. I could use it if I, remembered my keybinds. Ooh. That was an interesting little data recovery loading bar that just appeared. Let's clear that up. Don't want any unsightly little dashes on this. Also, now that I'm looking at it, I should probably get the lower portion of the hair, this darker shade. See, once again, I'm going to have to, blend it in here. But it actually looks like it's, faded in naturally, I suppose. Ooh. Well, I put it slightly on the wrong layer, that's fine. I don't plan on going back and editing this later. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I actually need to blend it. Alright, but as for crowbars, what color are those? They're red and gray. I suppose I can make those colors myself. Or I can just take them from here. So it's normally that the body of the crowbar is red, and it has gray tips, right? If I have my crowbar memory correct. That looks good. Good enough, at least. Right. And that is one down. I don't think there's any other details that I'm really missing. There's the little ribbon tied around her upper arm, but I think that's adequate. Oh, her skirt is yellow, right. Just a little divot. I'm just going to drop some yellow here. Just so I don't have to go back to grab some more. Alright. Ah, I'm on eraser. That makes sense. Or no, I'm just on white. Sort of like that. Yes. Alright. And then that. And then these areas will be that light shade of yellow. Okay, but then after this I am properly done. I suppose I'll add a little bit of pleating lines. As long as it's on the right color. Can't really draw yellow lines on yellow. Right. And that is Ina done. Okay, that's fine. That can stay there. And then if I just... Oh. Too much on one side. That's fine. Oh. One of these days I'll get all of the background out of the image. There we go. One more crop. Now it's too close. The borders are too close. I'm getting picky. There we go. This looks like it could be good. Yeah, that's fine. Right, and I will turn off the paper. Right. Oh. And I can just export this. And be done with this. Okay, what folder do I put my finished work in? There we go. Okay. Now then, I can just Control Z all the way back to here. I don't think there's actually anything left for me here. I suppose I'll just, for insurance's sake, save this. Let's see, where is the folder that I put these things in? Here we are. Okay. Now then. Alright, I am contemplating a couple of things at this point. I did say in my tweet that I was going to go until midnight, but I also said that expecting to get at least a few people to send me things so that I would actually have a list of things that I said I would do. But from here, all I have to do is potentially Hololive members, and I already did Ina, who is my favorite, so a bit less incentivized to continue. And I do really want to watch Alistair finish Code Vein, so I think I might just go raid Alistair. This has been a fairly fun, if short, stream, but I'm going to leave off for today. I'm probably going to do extra long streams tomorrow and the day after just to make up for it for the short stream today and for the minor broken promise, I suppose. But I hope I will be forgiven. In this case, let's go visit Alistair. He's about to finish, or not finish, but start the final boss for Code Vein, but don't tell him I said that, because that would be a spoiler. Actually, I don't think he's about to start the final boss. I think he's about to go into the final area, but same thing, really. Alright. Good night, everyone.